Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Glum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Well, Caleb Weehunt suggested a plan to outwit the women rulers of Pine Ridge. Lum immediately grabbed the idea and made arrangements to put it into action. The plan was to enter Pine Ridge late at night, steal all the official records of the city, and thus technically move the town to the men's hilltop encampment. This would leave the women city officers with no city to run. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find that it's late at night. Lum is giving some last-minute instructions to the band of men who have volunteered to enter Pine Ridge and secure the records. Listen.
All right, fellas, you all ready now? Let's see, Abner, Cedric, Frank. Wait a minute, where's Gilroy?
He's coming.
Now, you all know exactly what you're supposed... Wait a minute, what you got that lantern for, Abner?
Why, because it's dark. Want to see where we're going.
Well, for pity's sake, set it down. You ain't going to take that thing with you.
Lum, how do you expect us to get down there and do the stealing without no lantern?
Abner, if you fellas start down this hill carrying a lantern, every woman in Pine Ridge would know you's coming before ever you got there.
Oh.
Might just as well write 'em a letter and tell 'em you's coming.
Oh, well, they'd never get no letter in time, Lum.
Well, you've got to sneak down there. Can't you get that through your thick head?
Lum, if I try climbing down that hill in the dark, I'm going to break my neck just as sure as the world.
All right, we'll get somebody else to take your place then. We can get plenty of volunteers.
No,
we don't have to have you.
I want to go.
Here comes Gilroy, Mr. Lum.
Oh, good.
I still say, though, as long as we're going to the trouble of stealing a town, what are we bothering with a little place like Pine Ridge for? Why don't we steal Hot Springs?
Come on over here, Gilroy. I've just given out some last-minute instructions.
Or Little Rock.
Abner Hesha.
Or St. Louis, Missouri. Now, there's a place if you want to steal something.
Billy
Steal that.
Fontani's the best place.
Well, St. Louis, Missouri, you get a baseball team along with it.
Abner, I went all through that with you this afternoon.
2 baseball teams, Browns
All
and
right,
the Cardinals.
that's enough. Forget it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Not another word about it.
No, sir.
All right, now, fellas, you all know what you're supposed
Chicago would be nice, too.
Abner.
Oh, excuse me. I forgot.
And put down that lantern.
All right.
Now, here's the way you're going to do it. You sneak down into town and you don't let nobody see you. And then Gilroy and Cedric will go inside the building and get the records. Gilroy knows where they're kept because he used to be the city clerk. And Cedric, you can help him carry them out.
Yes, Mom.
Some of them books are kind of heavy, you know.
Yes, Mom.
Abner, you and Frank stay outside as lookouts.
Yeah.
If you see any women coming, you warn Gilroy and Cedric so they can get out of there.
Yeah.
And recollect this, fellers. If they do catch you, don't go knocking them down or hitting them or nothing like that. Don't commit no violences. Because if you do, they can use that to prove that us men are just a batch of idiots and ain't fitting to run a town or nothing else.
Don't worry, I ain't gonna hit none of them. My life means more to me than that.
And another thing, in case you do get caught, don't tell them what you're aiming on doing.
No.
Don't even give them half a idea. If they ever once find out what we're after, they'll guard them records to where we won't never get them.
Well, I won't tell them. Cross my heart, hope to die. Cross your hearts, too, Cedric.
Yes, Mom. Cross my heart, hope to die.
Cross your heart, Gilroy.
Wait, you don't need to do all of that. I trust you, fellers.
Oh, Lum reckon if I was to carry a red lantern, they'd think I was a culvert that was out or something.
No, the lantern thing is out, Abner. You can find your way down there.
I don't know. It's sure dark. You picked the darkest night to do this.
I never knowed how dark it's going to be tonight.
Doggies can't see your hand in front of your face.
One more thing
I
now.
don't know why that'd help you.
If you get caught after you've got the records, why, then make a break for it. Do anything you can to get them books up here.
Always find my hand, just follow my arm down.
Yeah, don't let nobody stop you. Stealing Pine Ridge is our only chance to bring them women folks back to their senses, so don't fail us.
Doggers, we won't.
It's after 10 o'clock, so them women are all bound to be home asleep.
They'd better be.
All right, now, get going.
Yeah, come on, man. All right, Doggers, let's get to rooting and snooting around here.
Let's go. Come on, fellas.
Yeah, hurry up, Gilroy. Let's get started.
Abner,
Come on.
Abner, wait a minute, Abner. Put down that lantern. What time is it now, Squire?
Well, let's see, Lum. That fire's burned down so low, doesn't hardly give out any light at all.
Yeah, better get some more firewood, Ulysses.
Okay.
What time did you say it was, Squire?
Well, that's as near as I can see, Lum. It's about 12:15.
Grannies. That means they've been gone more than 2 hours.
Yes, they have. Yes, over 2 hours.
I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, me too. It's sort of chilly out here tonight.
Yes, it is. Better punch up the fire there.
Yeah,
Ulysses
yeah.
gets back.
Yeah, should do it.
It oughtn't to take 'em over a half hour to get them records and get back here.
Why, no, you wouldn't think so. It's not far down to town and back.
I reckon what's happened to 'em, anyways.
Well, obviously, they've run into difficulties of some kind, Lum.
Yeah, but the peculiar part of it is we ain't saw no lights turned on down there.
No, not a one.
Seems to me that if the women folks had a caught 'em, well, half the town would be lit up by now. That is, they'd have the lights on.
Yes, that's sound reasoning, Lum. Or there'd be a commotion down there if they knew those men was in
Just
town.
don't understand it. And I don't like it neither.
Well, now, I wouldn't worry too much, Lum. Not yet, anyway. Give 'em a little more time.
Yeah, but they're way overdue now.
Well, Lum, perhaps the women have posted some night patrols of some kind, and our men are still hiding down there waiting for their chance to slip in. That could be possible, you know.
Well, maybe, but I doubt it. We sent Cedric down there last night to sort of look the situation over, and he never saw no women out patrolling then.
Haven't heard anything from any of the men yet, have you, Lum?
Who is it? Oh, it's you, Dig.
Yeah.
Never knowed you in the shadows there. No, we ain't, Dig. I thought sure they'd be back by now.
Well, I did too.
You got any ideas on what might have happened to them?
No. Not unless Abner decided to stop by his place and see how things were going, something silly like that.
Oh, I don't think he'd do that. Pretty sure he realized what a serious thing this is. No, I don't think he'd do nothing foolish like that.
Well, I just hope this whole thing isn't a foolish undertaking, Lum.
Oh, they'll be able to do it all right. And I told them exactly what to do in case they did get caught.
Yeah, well, that's not what I mean. I'm sure that they can get the records all right, but what I mean, Lum, after they do
Well,
get
that's all we want. Once we've got them official records in our hands, we've got Pine Ridge.
Why, yes.
Yeah, we're leaving them women sitting down there with a lot of city offices and no city.
Well, I'll grant you that.
This is the one way we can whip them women and get things back the way they ought to be.
Yeah, but here's the thing that bothers me, Lum. There might be some legal complications we're getting ourselves into. Maybe the law will have something to say about such goings-on. I tried to tell you that yesterday when you brung up the idea and you wouldn't listen to me.
Well, the reason I never, Dick, is because there ain't nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm not so sure.
That's how they moved the capital of Oklahoma from Guthrie to Oklahoma City.
Yes, that's right.
If they can move a capital that way, surely we can do it with a little place like Pine Ridge.
Well, I still think that we should have investigated the thing a little more, Lum, instead of just rushing into it.
Well, we had to rush into it, Dick. You know as well as I do that we couldn't have helped the men up here another single day without taking some kind of action.
Well, that's true, too.
So we had to do something, whether it was the right thing or not. But I'm just as sure as I'm sitting here that it's the right thing.
Well, I hope you're right, Lum. I certainly want to get this thing straightened out just as much as anybody else. I know that.
Well, this'll do it. I know it will.
Lum, after we get the official records of the town, what do you say is our next step then? What do you propose to do?
Well, the way I see it, we ain't going to have to propose to do nothing. The next step is up to the women.
You believe that the women will come to us, huh? On their hands and knees, so to speak.
Why, sure. What else can they do? They want to live in the town of Pine Ridge, they've got to come to us.
Yes, that's reasonable.
Pine Ridge is where the records is at, and we'll have them. That is, I hope we'll have them. What time's it getting to be now, Squire?
I just told you a few minutes ago, Lum. Can't hardly be more than 20 or 25 after 12 by now.
Grannies, I wish they'd hurry. Say, I'm getting worried.
Well, it is a little disturbing, I'll admit that. I don't like the looks of this delay myself.
Lum.
Who's that? Sound like Grandpap.
I think I hear somebody coming up the hill. Must be them. Yeah, I can hear them now. Hear somebody anyway. All right, Grannies, that's Abner's voice. Hits them. Hey, Abner! Abner, did you get him? What happened?
Is that you, Lum? Hurry up, Dick. Hey, we're back, fellers.
Boy, am I glad.
Lum, can you see if they got the records?
Hurry up, Abner. Did you get the stuff?
Did we? I'll say we did. What do you think we're toting here?
Well, good for you.
By George, congratulations,
Yeah,
man.
set the stuff down here, fellers. That's it, Gilroy.
right there, sir.
Good work, Frank. What in the world taking you so long?
Yes, sir. You're going to be proud of us, Lum. Me special, if I can get my breath. Mostly my ID.
What do you mean?
Well, sir, I figured that as long as we was doing this, we might just as well do a good job of it.
Good job.
So, after we got all the official city records, why, then we went down to Dick's store and stole all the post office records, too.
Post office records?
What's the matter, Dick? Is there something wrong with that?
Wrong? Don't you realize, Lum, you're tampering with United States government property?
Huh?
And what's worse, I'm expecting the government postal inspector any day now.
Granny's, Abner, I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Well, the men are still camped on their hill outside the city limits and have taken a bold step, which turned out to be a little too bold. Late last night, Abner and 3 others sneaked into town after dark and secured all the city records. However, on their own initiative, they also broke into Dick Huddleston's store and took the post office records, an act which, Dick later informed them, constituted a federal offense. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find the men having a meeting. Lum is trying to restore order to the gathering. Listen.
Well, now, wait a minute, fellas. Let's not all talk at once.
Well, I still say
Hush up,
don't-
Abner. Please, quiet, please. Now, we ain't getting nowhere this way with everybody trying to speak his piece at the same time. Dick's bringing up a pretty serious thing here, and we got to figure out what we're going to do right away.
Prattle.
Personal, I don't exactly agree with Dick's point of view, but I think it's only fair to let him have his say.
Well, if we do what he wants us to, we'll lose everything we've gained, in my opinion.
Well, now, wait a minute, Ulysses. We'll come to that later. All right, Dick, you go ahead and explain to us just exactly how you feel about it.
Well, all right, Lum. I just don't think that you men realize the seriousness of what was done last night.
Well, why didn't you say so before it's done?
Well, now, just a minute, Grandpap. Let me finish. I'm not talking about stealing all the city records and bringing them up here. We're all agreed on that. What I'm objecting to is the fact that the post office records were brought up here, too. Now, that wasn't in our original plan.
No, that's right. That was Abner's idea. He thought that up after they went downtown last night.
I was just trying to help.
I know you were.
Just trying to do an extra good job.
Nobody's blaming you,
We're
Abner.
trying to do nothing.
Abner,
wrong.
will you forget it?
Well, Lum's right. I'm not blaming you for anything, Abner. I can understand why you did it. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. When you took those post office records, you were meddling with government property. That's sort of getting away from our squabble with the women folks of Pine Ridge. Now, you know that's a serious charge, getting government stuff.
Yeah, I know, but we're fighting for a principle here.
Well, Lum, we're not able to do much fighting, though, if we were locked up in the penitentiary.
Huh?
Well, that's where some of us could wind up as a result of this thing if we're not careful.
Are you sure about that?
Well, it's a possibility. Tampering with anything belonging to the post office is a federal offense.
Well, that is something to think about, all right.
Now, here's what I suggest, men, and I hope you'll all see it my way, because it's the only thing we can do. We've got to take all the post office records back to Pine Ridge, and we've got to do it right now.
Well, now, wait a minute.
Now,
Dave.
let me finish now, Lum. We've got to get them back there before any of those women find out that they can use this against us. See, if they just knew it, why, they could use this as a weapon to force us to bring back the city records, too.
Yeah, and then we'd lose everything.
And even if the women don't realize that, well, there's another danger. The postal inspectors do any day in Pine Ridge. In fact, he could be down there right now for all I know. And then we would be into it, sure enough.
Well, I don't know how you fellers feel about it, but personal, I'm afraid Dick's right.
I know I am, Lum.
Yeah, it looks to me like we got to get that post office junk back.
Huh.
But, Dick, there's one favorance I'd like to ask of you. Wouldn't it be all right to wait till late tonight before we do it?
Well, no, Lum. You see, if that fellow's
I know it's taking a chance. I can see that. But if we ever expect to win our fight against them women, we've got to take that chance.
No, it's too risky, Lum.
Well, maybe it is and maybe it ain't. That postal inspector's the only one I'm worried about.
That's enough to worry about.
As far as the women figuring out that they can use that against us, I ain't much scared of that. I don't believe they got enough brains to do nothing like that.
I'll amen that remark.
Yeah, Lum's
Amen.
right, by Jiminy.
I don't like the idea of that penitentiary, though, I'll tell you that Dick was talking about.
Well, I don't neither,
no,
naturally.
sir, don't want
But
no bars.
We've spent several days up here, and they ain't exactly been the happiest days of our lives.
In front of my face, anyway.
We've ate bad victuals, and some of us has got sick from sleeping out, and we've all lost a few days' work from our farms and stores and business. In other words, we've all made a sacrifice of one sort or another, and now if we was to walk back into town, all our suffering would have been for nothing.
Well, now, Lum, I'm not proposing that we give up the fight.
I know we ain't, but that's practical what we'd be doing. Just the humiliation of having to tote them things back would be enough to break our spirit and encourage them women to keep on fighting us.
Sure it would.
Yeah, if they seen us backtracking that much, they'd figure that it wouldn't be long before we'd give up the whole thing.
Yeah, if we're going to have to stay up here much longer, I don't know what I'm for just giving the whole thing up.
Well, now, don't talk like that, Ulysses.
Well, I am.
I admit it ain't been easy trying to live this way. I ain't enjoyed it no more than the rest of you. But I still say that we can't just throw over everything we fought for. What do you say about all this, Squire? You ain't said nothing so far. What's your opinion?
Well, Lum, I've been trying to think the whole thing out, and it seems to me, judging from the facts, that there's only one way we can look at it. Now, in the first place, Dick is right. We're taking too much of a chance when we monkey around with federal property. It's just not worth it, men. And on the other hand, I also say that Lum is right in what this will mean in our fight against the women. They're bound to see it as a victory of some sort. And, of course, that will induce them to carry this thing on indefinitely.
Of course it will.
As a matter of fact, it would be more of a victory than Lum realizes, I'm afraid. I'm not an authority on postal regulations, but it seems to me that when the women have the post office back, that gives them the legal distinction of having a town again. Isn't that right, Dick? Doesn't the post office have something to do with that? Why, of course it does, Squire. Well, here's another matter. Now, I know this is something that you've all been thinking, but none of you mention it. Now, just to be honest, men, has our plan met with any success whatsoever?
What do you mean, Squire?
Well, so far there hasn't been any indication that the women are going to come crawling to us on their hands and knees because we've stolen the town away from them. You'll have to admit that's true.
Well, maybe we have to give them more time.
Time? That's all we've heard, Lum, is time. How much more time can we give them? They're not politically minded enough to realize what has happened, Lum.
Well, maybe they are, and maybe they ain't.
Oh, tut.
We've got to have time to find that out.
There you go again, time. Lum, there's some of us that can't live under those conditions. Take Grandpappy Spears, for example. He should be home and in bed under a doctor's care right now.
Oh, sassafras, I'm all right. I'll stick it out.
Well, Grandpap, you're not the only one either. You yourself, Lum. Another night up here and you'll be in the hospital sure to whirl.
Well, my asthma always acts up this time of the year.
Well, look now, Lum, I'm not trying to talk against what we've been trying to do up here. I'm as anxious as any man here to win this fight. But I think we've got to look the facts in the face. I hate to say it, but I'm afraid we're going to have to admit that this plan of ours so far has failed. I think we should all go back and find some sort of a more direct method of fighting those women.
Jiminy, I ain't going back. I ain't licked. I ain't surrendered.
Well, just a minute.
I never have give up the Civil War yet.
Grandpap, I'm not saying that we men are licked. I'm only saying this. By walking out of town, we stop that bond issue and thus save the future of Pine Ridge. But now it seems to me that our stay up here has served its purpose. Now, as far as I can see, men, we've got to try something different.
Yeah, Squire's right. This ain't working, men.
No, it sure ain't.
Well, wait a minute, fellers. Looks like we've got a difference of opinions here. Now, we've all been in this thing together, and we've all walked out of town together, and we've all been agreed on what we've done so far. And that's the way we want to keep it. I'm going to put this thing to a vote. And whatever the majority of you fellers wants to do, I grannies, that's what we'll do.
Well, that's a good idea, Lum. I'm for that.
Yeah, we'll vote by a show of hands. All of you that's in favor of picking up and going back to town, raise your hands.
Which one?
Either one of them.
Just raise both.
Well, I reckon there ain't no use in going on with the voting. That's it.
Well, I'm sorry, Lum.
All right, fellers, you made the decision, so that's what we'll do. We'll march back in town together, though, just the way we come up here. Cedric, you and Gilroy get the records. Come on, Abner. Let's go.
Well, old town looks about the same, sort of. Kind of dead looking, though, ain't it?
Yeah, you know, Abner, this is the most humiliating minute of my life, I believe.
Well, I don't reckon I could say that I felt too good about it myself, Mom.
After that big walkout and everything else we done, to come back into town this way is the worst thing I've ever been through.
Yeah.
Sort of like we was crawling back. Whipped.
Well, it ain't as hard on your knees as crawling.
Tell you, I hate to go through with it, Abner.
Well, we're here now. Of course, I reckon you could turn back. I don't think none of the women folks have saw us yet anyway.
Oh, I wouldn't turn back. Not after the way the men voted. We've got to stick together. Granny, if I had my way...
Look yonder. Look there, Tom.
What is
Look
it?
coming down the road heading towards us there.
Well, I'll be dead blame. Well, that can't be.
Why, it looks like every woman in Pine Ridge is heading this way.
Yeah.
Reckon what they're up to now.
I don't know, but I, grannies, we'll soon find out. Stand your ground, men. This might be a trap. We might have to fight.
Granny's, Abner, I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Well, yesterday, Cedric brought him word that a wonderful person named Dr. Roller, the pest controller, was in Pine Ridge. Lum felt that this was his big opportunity to get rid of Clyde, the mouse that had been such a nuisance around the store. And so, without Abner's knowledge, Lum asked Cedric to engage Dr. Roller to exterminate the mouse. Abner suspects that something is going on, but doesn't realize that his little friend Clyde is in danger. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in their jot-em-down store. Lum is talking on the telephone. Listen.
How's that, Cedric? Oh, well, good. How soon will it get here? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, you done good, Cedric. I'm sure much obliged to you. Yeah, drop in the store next time you're around here, and we'll give you a jar of peanut butter. How's that? Yeah, chunk style, any kind. Yeah, all right. Goodbye.
Who's coming over here?
Huh? Oh, thought you was back in the feed room, Abner.
Who did Cedric say was coming over here, Lum?
Oh, nobody. Nobody of no importance, no ways.
Well, who is it?
Abner, you oughtn't to be so curious. Want to get you in trouble sometime.
Now, Lum, what are you and Cedric up to? Now, come on, just tell me.
I tell you, it ain't nothing, Abner.
Who's coming over here?
Oh, it's just a feller.
What fella?
Oh, a business feller, sort of. Sort of a drummer, I think.
Drummer?
Yeah, a friend of Cedric's. Just sort of getting started, and I thought maybe I could help him out. Abner, you better go out and make the delivers.
I've done made 'em.
Oh, yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Well, what does this drummer sell?
Well, Abner, have you been home to lunch yet?
Why, of course I have. Got back about a half hour ago.
Well, maybe you better go and eat some more. You've been looking kind of peaked here lately.
Lum,
I'm
so stuffed now I got my belt clean out to the last notch. What's this drummer's name?
Oh, say, Abner, I think you might be a batch of mail for us over at the post office. You better run over there and see.
Lum, Edwards, are you trying to get shut of me?
Why, no. Whatever give you that idea?
Well, for one thing, you went over to the post office yourself and got the mail a while ago.
Yes, I did, didn't
Why,
I?
of course.
I'm getting so absent-minded, I don't know what to do with myself, hardly.
Lum, look at me now.
I'm looking at you.
Tell me the truth. Don't glance away. Look me now.
I'm looking at you, as long as I can stand it.
What are you up to?
Oh, say, I just happen to think Miss Johnson called up, and she wants a 48-pound of flour.
Huh?
48-pound sack of flour. Says she needs it right away, so you better get a sack and start out there.
Well, just a minute, Lum. The Johnson place is a good 3 miles out of town.
I know it is. That's why I say you better start right now. You want to get back before dark, don't you?
Lum, Edwards, I ain't gonna tote no 48-pound sack of flour clean out.
Hurry up, Abner. You'll never make it.
Oh.
I done you a favor. She wanted 2 sacks, but I talked her into 1.
48-pound sack of flour.
Some people don't appreciate nothing. Here, I'll help you lift it up on your back.
All right.
There, you got it?
Yeah, dog, it's that Johnson place, huh?
All right, get started now. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. You better go out the back door, Abner.
Back door?
Yeah, I believe it's shorter that way. You can just cut across the field there. Hurry up.
Well, I'm hurrying the best I can.
Yeah, if you get tired, just sit down and rest. Don't matter when you get back here. And I'll see you tomorrow. That's a relief. Well, how do you do, sir? You're Dr. Roller, I presume.
Yes, sir. Do I have the right place?
You sure do. Edwards is my name.
I'm glad to know you. Here's my card. In case any of your friends are having pest trouble, you might mention my name to them.
Oh, I'll be proud to do it, Doctor.
I guarantee all my work.
Well, that's nice.
I use the newest scientific methods. Invented some of them myself.
Well.
I've made quite a hobby out of pests.
Yeah, well, I'll show you where this mouse that's been bothering us general.
I got interested in this work several years ago when some termites got into the foundation of a house we were living at the time in Joplin, Missouri. You ever been in Joplin, Missouri?
No, I ain't.
Well, it's a nice place, in a way. Anyway, these termites got into the foundation and weakened the floor so much that my grandmother fell through it.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that.
She was quite a heavy woman.
I see. Well, does that make it bad, being heavy that way?
Yes, it does. She made an awful hole in the floor. It
Yeah.
cost me a lot to get it fixed up. In fact, the floor never was the same after that.
Well, I'll show you where this mouse...
And that's when I got interested in pests. I made quite a study of it, and I don't mind
On
saying...
account of your...
Yes, and I had quite a bit of success at it, too. I use all scientific methods now.
Yeah, you said that.
All my work is guaranteed. If I don't rid your place of pests, I refund your money.
Well, that's fair enough.
I've never had to refund a nickel. Not once in all the years I've been in this business.
Well, that sounds like a good record. Now, about this mouse...
Do you realize how much property is damaged annually in the states of Missouri and Arkansas alone?
No, but if it's all the same...
In 1942, damage caused by crickets, silverfish, and moths amounted to 12...
Excuse me, Dr. Roller, but it's getting kind of late, and I think we ought to get busy here.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. I'll leave this pamphlet with you, and you can read it yourself. Gives all the figures on property damage. By pests, that is. From 1937 up to 1945. The figures for 1946 haven't been compiled as yet.
Yeah, well, that's too bad. Well, I'll read it. Sounds interesting.
Yes. Now, about these termites of yours.
Yeah, we ain't got termites.
What is it? Dry rot?
Huh?
Oh, well, that's bad. You know, most people don't realize it, but dry rot is actually worse than termites. Causes more damage. I had a case in Jefferson City, Missouri. No, I believe it's in Springfield. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, it don't, because you see, Dr. Roller, we ain't got termites, nor dry rot neither one. Leastways, not that I know of.
Neither one, you say?
No, sir.
Well, what that could be then? Wood borers, perhaps. How much of the foundation is eaten away?
None of it is.
Well, you're lucky. That's the time to get out those little rascals before they get started. Now, if you'll just show me down to the basement, I'll show you how we can stop them.
Basement? We ain't got no basement. And even if we did have, wouldn't be no use to go down there. What we want you to catch is back in the feed room. It's a mouse.
A mouse?
Yeah, just one mouse. Name's Clyde. Or leastways, that's what Abner calls him. Abner's my partner, Abner Peabody. I had to get him out of the store this afternoon because I knowed he'd never in the world stand for you getting shut of that mouse.
You mean you want me to catch just one mouse?
Yeah, that's right.
One mouse?
Yes, sir. That one little mouse is driving me stark, raving, mad, crazy inside.
Mister, haven't you got some termites or something else I can work on? One mouse is hardly worth my while, with my reputation.
Well, wait till I tell you about this mouse.
I use all scientific methods, you know.
Yeah, I know that, but...
Yes, it's hardly worth getting out the equipment for just one mouse. Why don't you just set a trap for him?
Set a trap? Well, I've set 1,000,000 or 1,000 of them, and he's never got caught in one of them yet. He's too smart. Oh, he's the smartest mouse I ever seen in my life.
Yes. Oh, he's a smart one, huh?
Oh, he even knows how to spring them traps and get away.
Oh, well, he's beginning to sound more interesting.
Oh, yeah. He even chases our cat, Geraldine, instead of her chasing him.
Well, now, this is more like it. Reminds me of a case I worked on in Moberly, Missouri. Or was it Jonesboro, Arkansas? It was Moberly, I think.
Well, come on back in the feed room, and I'll show you where this mouse of ours general hangs out.
Yes, sir, yes. That was quite a case in Moberly. It was quite challenging. There was a pair of mice there that eluded me for, must have been 3 days. But I finally caught them. Naturally. My methods never fail, all scientific, you know.
Yeah, well, now right here's where you can general find him. Now look at them sacks of feed there. See how he's gnawed holes in might nigh every one of them. And he's working on the flour over there, too.
Yes, I see.
Abner just went out here with a sack of flour on his back, and he's going to leave a trail clean out across the country there.
So, let me look at this. Yes. Probably Rodentius generarius.
Ah.
That's undoubtedly the species name of your mouse.
No, his name's Clyde.
No, I mean the scientific name. I use all scientific methods, you know. My work is fully guaranteed.
Yeah, well, here's where you can do scientific work, all right. If there's anything I can get or help you with...
No. I won't have to bring in my regular equipment. I think I have enough stuff in my kit here to do this job. And this will be no trouble at all.
Well, I'll sure be happy to be shut of that little varmint. He's a downright nuisance.
Yeah, this will be no trouble at all. First, we'll just sprinkle a little of this poison base around. Better keep your cat out of here.
Yeah, all right.
And some of this powder. I make it myself. Dr. Roller's scientifically treated mouse lure and lethal powder.
Now, I doubt if he'll ever look at that stuff. He's just too dad blame smart for it.
Not for Dr. Roller, he's not. Then we'll just set a few of these traps.
Are them things trapped?
Yes, I invented them myself.
Did they beat a trail to your door?
Based on highly scientific formula. Now, you see, the principal idea behind them is...
Now, don't explain how it works. Just set them. We want to get this done in a hurry. I don't want Abner to come back and catch us.
All right. Yes, I think that ought to do the job.
You mean that's all the stuff you're going to use right there?
Yes, sir. Half that much would do it.
I got my doubts. I'm afraid you ain't going to get him with that.
Oh, no. Dr. Roller, the pest controller, has never failed yet.
Yeah, you ain't never been up against Clyde before, though. I believe he can outsmart might nigh anybody.
There's no mouse living that can outsmart me. I'll tell you what I'll do. If I don't catch him, I'll not only give you back my regular fee of $5, I'll give you $100 to boot.
Granny, you made yourself a deal.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Lum has hired Dr. Roller, the pest controller, to get rid of Abner's mouse friend, Clyde, who has caused a good deal of damage in the store. By sending Abner out on a false grocery order yesterday, Lum managed to get Dr. Roller to set up his patented traps without Abner's knowledge. So confident was Dr. Roller that he would catch the wily mouse that he told Lum if he failed, he would not only return the regular fee of $5, he would also give Lum $100. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner walking to work. Lum is trying to break the news of Clyde's fate to his partner.
Listen. Well, Lum, this is awful thoughty of you to come over and walk to work with me this way, but I still don't see what your idea is.
No, I don't know. Just thought it'd be nice. Sun shining and all. Beautiful morning, ain't it?
Well, yeah, the morning's all right, but you never did do this before on beautiful morning.
Well, that ain't no reason for not doing it now.
What is it you want, Lum?
Oh, Abner, don't be suspicious. You think everything I do's got an interior motive behind it. If a fellow wants to walk to work with his business partner on a nice sunshiny morning, he ought to be able to do it without being inspected or something, oughtn't he?
In this case, no. Now, what is it, Lum?
Well, if you're going to take that altitude, I'm sorry I done it. I'll just walk by myself.
Well, now, wait a minute. No, now, come on back here, Lum. Well, don't walk so fast. I can't keep up with you. Look like a bunch of Indians going to town. Now, walk back here with me. And just don't say anything like that no more.
All right.
I'm glad you come over as far as that goes, Lum. Fact is, I'm glad to have somebody walk along with me just in case I fall down.
Fall down?
Yeah, after that trip I made last night out to the Johnson's place with that sack of flour on my back, I thought I weren't never going to be able to walk another step as long as I live.
Oh, that.
Oh, doggies, that just dad blame near ruined me. And here's another peculiar thing. After I got out there with that flour, Miss Johnson claims she never ordered it.
She did, huh?
What'd you send me out there for, Lum? You was trying to get me out of the store for some reason, now weren't you? Fess up.
All right, so I made a mistake on a grocery order. Everybody makes mistakes once in a while. It's human.
I don't think that was no mistake.
I'm human.
Well, it sure wasn't human what you done to me. You just want to get me out of the store for the afternoon. If you just want to get shut of me, I could have thought of a lot easier ways than to have me walk 3 miles out there and back.
Well, I'm sorrowful you had to make that trip for nothing. What'd you do with that sack of flour?
Well, I ain't sure what happened to the flour.
Ain't sure?
No, see, on my way back, why, it got too heavy for me to carry any longer, so I started dragging it. And by the time I got home, I looked around and, well, all I had left was a sack. But it ain't much good with the bottom wore out of it.
You mean you wasted all that flour?
Well, I thought it kept getting lighter all the time, or I was getting stronger once.
Don't you know it's a downright sin to waste any food nowadays?
Well, it was your fault, Lum. You was the one that sent me out there. Now, why did you do it? What did you want to get me out of the store for?
Well, there was a little reason for doing that, sorter.
Now it comes.
I did sort of want to walk to town with you and tell you something, though.
Here we go.
Ain't much, though. Nothing important, actual.
Oh, no.
Hardly worth mentioning, even.
All right, now, Lum, just stop beating around the brush. What'd you do? Did you trade the store for a peanut stand?
No. You sure card, Ed.
Don't change the subject. What did you do to the store?
I never done nothing to the store. Honest, I never. I'll tell you this, though. I saved us a lot of money.
Uh-oh.
Later on, you'll thank me for doing what I done.
What do you mean, later on?
Well, walk up here with me so I can talk
Well,
to you.
all right, I ain't no hurry. I want to hear this.
Sometimes it's hard to see right away why something's a good thing.
Big, long legs.
The fact is, it might even seem bad right at first, but then later on, when you forget about later on, you can see that it was the best thing to do for all parties concerned. You have to take the long view.
Doggy, you must have did something terrible.
No, I never. Let me put it this way, Abner. If you make your living by running the store and something's causing you damage, something like, well, say, animals.
Animals?
Yeah, little ones. No count ones.
Oh.
Can you think of any like that?
No, not offhand. Hippopotamuses. Reckon you'd call... No, he wouldn't call them little. They're no count, though.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have no hippopotamuses running around the store.
Well, if they was, they'd sure do damage, I'll say that. Lum, you ain't got a hippopotamus in the store, have you?
No, of course.
Lum, Edders, you look me square in the eye.
Abner, don't be silly. What would I want with a hippopotamus?
That's what I want to know.
Be a nuisance around the store.
Well, come on, here's the store. Let's go in and look at it.
Hey, is we here already? Well, listen, Abner, before we go
Have
in...
you got your key? Wait a minute, I got mine here. I got mine.
recollect this, Abner. What's been did was done because it had to be did.
Well, that hippopotamus better not be sitting in my rocker. I'll tell you that right now.
Abner, will you listen to me for just a second?
All right, where's he at? Run him out.
Abner, there ain't no hippopotamuses here. Fact is, there ain't no animals left in this store. Leastways, no live ones.
What do you want with a dead hippopotamus?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Lum, have you lost your reasoning?
Abner, I might just as well come right out flat-footed and tell you. It's the only way you'll understand it.
Hey, wait a minute, there's Geraldine. She's an animal. She ain't dead.
No, I forgot about the cat. But now look, and don't go to pieces when I tell you about this. I done it for our own good. Yours as well as mine. You know that man that's in town now, Dr. Roller, the pest controller?
You mean that feller coming up out there in front?
Oh, my goodness, is he here already? Well, listen, Abner, why don't you run across the street and see Dick Huddleston or something?
Now, Lum, you ain't going to get shut of me today. I'm going to find out what's going on in here.
Well, all right, but promise me this. Don't go back in the feed room till after I've had a chance to explain something to you.
Now, why don't you want me to go back in the feed room?
Wait a minute. Well, good morning, Dr. Roller.
Well, good morning, Mr. Edwards. What luck did we have?
Well, I don't know yet. Oh, this is my partner, Abner Peabody. Shake hands with Dr. Roller, Abner.
How do you do?
How to do, sir?
Abner's the one that's friends with, you know who.
How?
Oh, is that so? Well, come on, Mr. Edwards. Let's go back to your feed room and see if we've caught that mouse.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
Well, Lum, I still... Mouse!
Now, Abner, take it easy.
You
take
mean
it easy.
little Clyde?
Abner, don't go flying off in the handlebars. I told you we done this for the good of the store. It had to be.
Oh, my, yes. According to the latest figures, the damage caused by mice in the states of Missouri and Arkansas from June 1944 to February 1945 was estimated to be 800...
What have you did with Clyde? Where's he at?
Well, come on, you might as well see for yourself, I reckon. Go ahead, Dr. Roller.
The figures from February 1945 only show a slight increase in damage caused by mice. Of course, with shortages of labor and inefficient...
If you fellers have did anything to that poor little helpless mouse, I don't...
Well.
Huh?
He's not in this trap. Nor that one there.
No, he ain't in this one either. And that's all you said.
Hooray for Clyde, hooray!
Well, now, isn't that strange? These traps have never failed before. I invented them myself.
Yeah, Clyde's too smart for your dad-blamed old trap.
I just cannot understand it. Never failed before.
I doggies, I can understand it. Now, you pick up them traps and get out of here before I throw you out.
Abner, for pity's sakes, hush up. I hired Dr. Roller to do this job.
Yes, and I'm going to finish it, too. You can depend on me, Mr. Edwards.
Now, here you ain't going to. You ain't going to lay a finger on Clyde.
Abner, I've told you 1,000 or 100 times we've got to get shut of it.
Prattle, prattle.
He's caused us hundreds of dollars worth of damage.
Yes, in 1935, from August to December, in Pennsylvania.
I don't care what happened in 1935. You leave Clyde alone.
You go ahead with your work there, Dr. Roller. Abner's a little upset and don't know what he's saying.
Now, don't you worry. I plan to go right ahead. I have my reputation to think about. All my work is guaranteed, you know.
Clyde! Hey, Clyde, where are you, Clyde?
Well, what are you going to do next, Dr. Roller? Set some more traps?
Oh, no. This case has clearly gone beyond the trap stage. This calls for gas.
Gas?
Yes. I'll get the gas and the apparatus out of my truck. I'll be right back.
Hey, wait a minute. What's he going to do now, Long?
I don't know, Zach.
Clyde, doggies, I'm going up there and lock the door and not let him get back in this store.
Abner, you ain't going to do no such a
Turn
thing.
loose of me now, Long.
Just calm down,
Just
Abner.
turn my
I
coat,
know
Long.
how you feel about this, and I don't blame you. I tried to keep you from finding out because I knowed how you'd take it. But we've just got to get shut of that varmint. Just look at them feed sacks there, gnawed to pieces. We just can't afford that.
I'll speak to Clyde about him.
Abner, you're just being silly now, and you know it.
Lum, that mouse is smarter than you think.
I know he is. That's the trouble. He's too dad blame smart.
All right, here we are. Yes, this'll do the job up in a jiffy.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you got in that milk can, or whatever it is?
This is a tank of lethal gas.
Huh.
I invented it myself, never fails, 100% results. Very dangerous to handle, however. Let me warn you right now. Don't strike a match.
Don't strike no matches, huh?
Absolutely not. Here, Mr. Edwards, will you give me a hand? You hold the tank while I'll hook up the gun.
Yeah, sure. The gun? You ain't going to shoot him, are you?
Now, don't come out, Clyde. If you do, keep zigzagging.
Abner, hush up.
All right, we're ready now. I guess we'll try this hole first. Looks like the principal entrance. All right, here we go. And now remember, no matches.
What'll it do if I light a match? Will it ruin it?
Will it? Why, that would ruin everything.
Abner, just behave yourself now. General speaking about how much of this stuff you... Abner, what are you doing? Put down that
I'm
match.
saving Clyde's life. That's what I'm doing.
Abner, don't do that.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Well, yesterday, Lum was faced with the unhappy duty of informing Abner that while he was out of the store, Lum and Dr. Roller, the pest controller, had set traps for and surely caught his friend Clyde the mouse. However, Clyde outwitted Dr. Roller, and the famous doctor resorted to his most deadly weapon, poison gas. He made one mistake. He warned the old fellows not to strike a match, lest the whole plan be ruined. And so, Abner, thinking he could save the life of his little friend, struck a match, and the resulting blast could be heard for miles. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows wrapped in bandages, sitting in what is left of their jot-em-down store, just saying goodbye to Doc Miller. Listen.
Yeah, so long, Doc. Much obliged for dropping in.
Yeah, so long, Doc.
So long, boys.
You know, Abner, that Doc Miller's one of the nicest fellers in this town.
Yeah.
Come clean over here to bandage up our burns again.
Yeah. Well, of course, he's charging us for it, though, huh?
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. He's so busy these days. Just seems nice of him.
Yeah. Of course, I still say as long as we're paying him. Why...
Speaking of paying him by rights, I ought to make you pay both of our doctor bills. And Dr. Roller's, too.
Huh?
It's all your fault that we got burned up this way.
Well, yeah, but Lum...
I ought to make you pay for all the damage it caused to the feed room, too.
Lum, now, I never meant to do all that.
But you done it on a purpose.
I never
Just
noticed
look
it.
at the mess here. Bruises all over us.
Yeah.
Just lucky we got a doctor in town like old Doc Miller.
We're lucky to be alive for him to work on us, I'll say that.
Well, he never failed to make a call in his life.
No.
Never was a man that had a preserved seat in a better world. It's old Doc Miller.
Oh, yeah, Doc's a good one. He'll get up any time of the day or night to go wait on the sick. There ain't no doubt about that at all.
But I can't understand it, Abner. Right after Dr. Roller got done warning you not to strike a match while he was spraying that poison gas, while you deliberate taking out a match.
I know it. I know just what I done.
You deliberate struck it.
Lum, I know what I did. But I was just doing it to save poor little old Clyde. Bogus, I never in the world thought it'd make that big an explosion. That was the explodingest match I ever lit in my life.
Well, you ought to know it. Any idiot would have known that.
Did you know it?
Well, sure, I said any. Of course I knowed it.
Well, I don't care. It saved Clyde's life, and that's all that matters to me, little Clyde.
Might not have killed us, though.
Yeah, but it saved Clyde. Dogged, it sure done my heart good to see that little feller scamping around on the floor after we come to ourselves.
Yeah, the little varmint was the only one that didn't get hurt by the explosion.
Bless his heart. Bless his little heart.
Every day costs us more money. I ain't got no idea how much it's going to cost to get that feed room fixed up.
Oh.
I bound you that explosion scattered oats and cracked corn and rabbit feed for 10 mile around here.
Well, I know I was spitting out chicken mash for 2 hours after it happened. Bound you could have grazed a flock of turkeys in my whiskers.
Well, you know that coat I had on.
Yeah.
I still ain't found one of the sleeves, so sort of keep an eye out for it.
Your arm weren't in it, was it?
No, I checked on that.
No, I
checked
see you
twice.
got it, yeah. Well, I might run across it while I'm hunting for the tongue out of my left shoe. I found my right one over there by the Abernathy place. Doggos, I must have been scared to jump right out of my shoes that way.
I never thought Dr. Roller would lose his head the way he did, though.
Lose his head? Did he actually lose it?
Oh, no. I mean, he got so excited.
Well, I was going to say, I thought sure he had it when he left out of here.
Yeah. No, I meant the way he acted. Went to pieces.
Went to pieces?
Oh, I don't mean that literally.
His tank went to pieces, I know that. Fact is, Doc Miller got a piece of it out of my leg there.
You know, we're just lucky that explosion never killed all of us.
Yes, we are. That was a big one. Doggos, when I make one, it's a big one. I'll say that for me.
Next time when somebody warns you not to go striking matches, I hope you'll have sense enough. Well, for goodness sakes, what's he coming back for?
Who?
Dr. Roller.
Huh?
Shame coming up out there?
Oh.
I thought after what happened yesterday, he'd be long gone by now.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe he's coming back to collect damages on all them contraptions of his that was blowed up.
It looks to me like he's bringing some more contraptions over here with him right now.
Yeah, how do you do, Dr. Roller? How you feeling today?
Well, not too good. I can get around, though. Quite a blowout we had.
Yeah, it was.
What's all that junk you got there?
Oh, various pieces of equipment. I'm going to do the job up right this time.
Well, wait a minute. You mean that you're still going to try to catch Clyde?
Naturally. When Dr. Roller, the pest controller, starts a job, it doesn't rest until it's done. Now, I'll tell you what we'll have to do.
Dr. Roller, I don't believe we want to go on with this.
No, sir. No,
At this time, we'll give it complete coverage. And we'll have to work in here, in the main part of the store. The mouse naturally won't return to the feed room, so...
Well, listen, Dr. Roller,
what's that, Mr. Davis?
just going to say that we've talked
Yes.
it over...
Well, now, let's see. I think we better start in about right here.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing there?
This is the roller exposure method. Invented it myself to expose all the mouse's runways and retreats. Force him out into the open.
He's tearing up the road.
Just a minute here.
When all else fails, this treatment always does the trick.
Well, hold on now, Dr. Roller. We don't want you tearing up the whole place.
Hey, what's that, Mr. Davis?
This is running us into enough expense as it is.
Expense?
Why, sure, we can't afford it.
Mr. Edwards, this is no time to think of expense. Don't you realize my reputation is at stake?
Well, now, wait just a minute. Now, you leave Clyde alone now.
Dr. Roller, I'm serious about this. We'd rather just forget it. It's went too far as it is. It's got to where it's cheaper to have them out.
Not in the long run. In the first half of 1941, damage caused by rodents in the state of South Carolina is estimated to be over 986,400.
Look, I don't care what they done in South Carolina. All we got is one mouse, and he can't do half the damage you're doing. Now, if you don't mind, I wish you'd stop.
Stop? Why, I cannot stop now. I'm determined to see this thing through to the finish.
Well, look, if you're just worrying about that $100, well, you can forget that. I won't hold you to it.
$100?
Yeah, you know, you said if you never caught Clyde, you'd give me $100.
Oh, yes, I know. But what's $100 to me at a time like this?
Well, is it the $5 fee you're worried about then? You can keep that, too, even though you never caught.
Oh, money. I'm not interested in money. My reputation is what I care about. Do you realize that I have never had a failure in all the years that I've been in this business? And I don't intend to have one now.
You've had it and don't know it.
When I say all my work is guaranteed, I mean it's guaranteed.
Dr. Roller, please cut that out. Wait a minute.
Well, that's good, Mr. Edwards. It's the only sure way. Brilliant mice demand drastic methods.
Look, we'll pay you an extra $5 if you'll stop.
I'll tell you what we'll do, Dr. Roller. We'll even pay you $6. Anything. The sky's the limit.
Only twice before have I been forced to resort to my entire routine of anti-mouse methods. You know, one time in Joplin, Missouri, I ran into an awfully clever mouse. Oh, he outwitted me for nearly a week, but... by ginger, I got him.
A whole week? Oh, me. You mean to say we got to put up with this for a week?
Yeah, you find some very clever mice in the Middle West.
We're going to have to get a pest controller to get shut of you.
Now, you take some of those mice out on the coast. I understand they're more on the sluggish side. Might be the salt air, I don't know.
You can't say that about Clyde now. He ain't sluggish, he's smart.
That's what I say. Now, you take the average Middle Western mouse.
Well, I wish you'd take all them contraptions there and get out of here.
What did you say, Mr. Edwards?
I said that I wish you'd take them
Oh, yes,
contraptions
you're
there
right.
and get...
It takes more than a simple trap to catch your Middle Western mouse. You've got to use new scientific sprays and poison and lures. Above all, Jeffrey, you've got to employ psychology. Mouse psychology.
Psychology? Well, that won't do you no good this time. Clyde is smart, but he ain't smart enough to understand that psychology.
No, there ain't no such a thing as mouse psychology.
No.
Oh, yes, it is.
For the last time, Dr. Roller, will you please stop tearing up our store?
Fastest carpenter I ever seen. Let him go, Lum. He'll never catch him there. Clyde don't hang around over there no way. He's generally on the other side of the store there.
Well, I don't care about that. Look at the money it's going to cost us to fix things up again. Oh, my goodness, Abner, we got to do something about it. Just look what he's doing to the door there. Canned goods falling off the shelves and everything else. Dr. Roller, will you please stop for just a minute and listen to me?
That's all right. That's all right. I heard what Mr. Peabody said. The mouse generally hangs out on the other side of the store. But don't worry. I'll cover the whole place.
Uh-oh.
That's the only way you can get these smart ones. You've got to do a complete, thorough job, or you're just wasting your time. Now, I wonder if one of you would take that spray gun there and start spraying all along there where I've ripped out the boards.
Yeah, sure.
Abner, put that thing down.
Huh? Oh, sure. What's the matter?
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. It won't hurt you. Just don't get into the fluid on you. It's deadly poison.
Oh, here, you take it on.
I don't want it. Set it
Here,
down.
take it.
All right, then I'll do it myself. As soon as I get this done. I'm going to distribute some new scientific cyanide bombs, too.
Bomb?
They're small,
Oh.
but fatal.
Huh?
Hi, Granny. You listen here, Dr. Roller. This has just got to stop. I don't care if your reputation is at stake. We're having a big weekend sale and sent out handbills for it. We can't have a lot of people in here with the store tore up this way.
Well, you won't have to worry about the people. You see that sign in my toolkit there? We're going to have to hang that out anyway.
You mean this one? Well, this says store closed temporarily.
That's right. It won't be safe in here with all that poison gas around.
Well, just a minute. How long is the store going to have to be closed?
Till I catch that Clyde. I'm not going to leave this place day or night until I capture it. I don't care if it takes a month. No little mouse is going to ruin the reputation of Dr. Roller, the pest control.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I told his Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
While the boys were rummaging around the Peabody attic in search of antiques to sell for some quick money, they ran across a map sewed into the lining of an old Confederate uniform. And presumably this map gave directions to the burial place of a treasure of some kind. And so the boys quickly abandoned all thought of the antique business and with Cedric set out to dig for the treasure. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. See what's going on down in Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find Lum, Abner, and Cedric outside of town a ways, pausing in their excavation operations. Listen.
All right, get to work. Grab that shovel there. Come on, Cedric.
Lum, I'm just too dad blame tired to dig one more shovel full of dirt. I'm hungry, too. I want to go home, get to bed. Look at there, the sun's going down. I can't see the dig when it's dark. It's always.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll dig just one more hole, and if we don't find nothing this time, we'll give it up.
Well, good.
For today.
You mean we're going to have to come up here again tomorrow and break our backs digging?
Now, look, Abner, it stands to reason that whatever that Captain Quantrell buried out here must have been worth an awful lot, or he wouldn't have went to the bother of burying it.
Not less me with a dog.
Did you ever see or hear of a dog growing a treasury map?
No, don't believe I ever did.
All right, then.
What was his name?
Who?
That dog you're talking about, the smart one that can draw a map.
I never seen him.
Where'd you see him, Lum?
I never seen him.
Somebody told you about him, huh?
No,
If it was Charlie Redfield, I wouldn't put too much stock in it, Lum. You can't believe half the stuff he tells you. He was the one that claimed he knowed a talking donkey.
So do I.
Oh, Lum, you're getting as bad as Charlie. Where'd you see a talking donkey?
I'm looking at him right now. And if you don't hush up and start digging, I'm going to bash him on the head with this shovel.
But, Lum, as cruelties to dumb animals. There's a law against that, I think.
I'm talking about you.
I ain't going to hit no donkey. All the donkeys I know I'm friendly with. Where is this one you're talking about?
Abner, for goodness sakes, cut it out. You're just stalling and you know it. You know good and well I was calling you a donkey. I was insulting you and you ain't smart enough to know it.
Oh! Why didn't you say so?
Now, come on, both of you, get up here and help me.
Lum, we ain't gonna find no buried treasures around here, and you know it.
We're not sitting around on a stump the way you're doing, you won't. According to the map, there's bound to be some treasure around here somewhere. I've checked the directions on it 1,000 or 100 times, and I know we're digging it in the right place.
Well, maybe somebody else has been here ahead of us and dug it up themselves.
Well, how could they? As far as we know, nobody else has ever saw that map except us and whoever it was that sewed it in the lining of that old Confederate uniform. You said yourself your papa had had that coat for years and years, and he never knowed about the map, did he?
Not as far as I know, he never.
Well, there you are. Grandpappy Spears said he'd read all about that Captain Quantrell. Said he was killed over in Kentucky before ever he had a chance to get back to Arkansas. So he couldn't have dug up the treasury.
No.
So it must still be here. Summers. Now, Granny's, I aim to find it. Come on, you fellas, get up here and help.
No, wait a minute. I'll tell you what we'll do, Lum. You're going to need some light there to work by, ain't you?
Yeah, it is getting pretty dark.
All right. Me and Cedric will light the lantern for you. Won't we, Cedric?
Yes, Bones.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. It don't take two of you to light a lantern, surely.
It does when the two are as tired as me and Cedric is. Don't forget, we was the ones that done most of the digging today. You just helped that treasury map and directed us. Cedric, can you reach a lantern from where you're sitting there?
Oh, just a minute and I'll see.
Yeah, try it.
All right, go ahead and sit there. I don't care. I'll do this digging myself. But Granny's, when I dig up a couple of $1 million, don't expect me to divide it up with you, lazy varmints.
Just a little farther, Cedric. I believe he can reach it there.
Let's see. What is it I'm reaching for now?
The lantern.
Oh, yeah, sure. I keep forgetting.
I believe I got a match or two there somewhere. Yeah, here's one right here.
You fellers will be sorry.
We'll be alive, though. Here, Cedric, you light the lantern. I'm just too hard to move.
Yes, boy.
Wish now we never found that dadgum map. Had they close up the store for a day, losing business. Cedric, don't turn that lantern up so high you get that chimney smoke blacker than an ace of diamonds, sir.
Oh, I'm just getting it adjusted here.
You want to have it good and bright so we can look at all them millions of dollars that Lum's going to dig up.
All right, just keep your smart remarks to yourself. That's the least you can do.
Cedric, you reckon Lum will speak to us when he gets to be a rich millionaire?
I ain't aiming on speaking to you right now, rich or poor.
Oh, money's a terrible thing, Cedric. Look how it's turned old Lum's head already.
Yes, boy.
Ain't speaking to his old friends no more. Cedric don't never get rich.
Well, I'll try not to, if you think I ought to.
Don't do it. Just look what's happened to our old friend Lum.
Yes, boy.
That'll give you an idea.
I'll
right
thank you to keep your remarks to yourself, Mr. Abner Peabody.
Hear that, Cedric? Mr. Abner Peabody. Put that Mr. in there now. You're being polite even. You don't want that to happen to you, do you, Cedric?
No, Mom, I sure don't. No, Mom.
Just watch your step. Keep away from money. You did all right so far, but I don't know how much longer your luck can hold out, Cedric.
Uh-oh.
Never can tell. A feller goes along in life for years, happy, not a care in the world. All of a sudden, without no warning, it happens to him.
Oh, what does?
He gets rich.
Oh, my.
It can happen to anybody.
Oh, God, I better be careful.
Bet your life you better, Cedric.
I don't want my mama to be disappointed in me. I'm going to keep from being rich no matter how much money I make.
Yeah, don't let that happen to you, Cedric. Don't even get to be 100 there, much less
All
a million.
right, Abner, cut out that idiotic talk now. I know you're just trying to josh me, but if you keep it up, you're liable to start believing it yourself.
I'll believe it right now. Look what's happened to old Hemet Ross.
Who?
Hemet Ross? You've heard about him, ain't you, Cedric?
Beef roast, I hear that.
No, this is Hemet.
No, I don't believe I ever did. I know the Leonard Stickley.
No, this is a different feller.
I noticed the names was different.
Well, let me tell you about this Hemet Ross. He was as nice a feller as ever drawed breath, but it happened to him. Got rich.
Oh, what a shame.
Everybody in town knows exactly what would become of him after that. And it did.
Oh, shame.
Yeah.
Where's he at now?
In the cemeteries.
Oh, dead?
Oh, deader than a doornail. That'll show you what money does to you.
Oh, my. I never knowed it was that dangerous.
Oh, what a terrible life that man led. First thing he done was give up his job as ditch digger for the railroad. Cost him his job right there.
They found out about it, huh?
Well, I don't know. I think he just quit because it'd taken so much time trying to handle all that money he inherited. Why, he even might not wore himself out just going backwards and forwards to the bank, taking out money, putting money in, taking it out. Finally got to the point where he just couldn't hardly face his old friends around here. Had to give up his nice little house here in Pine Ridge and move clean out to Florida. Lived in a castle, I think.
Oh, the poor man.
Yeah, had a whole batch of servants living off of him. Couldn't even put on his own pants without them helping him. Had to wear his Sunday clothes all the time. Eat that rich food. Just ruined his stomach.
How could he stand it?
Well, he forced himself as long as he could, I reckon, Cedric. Then to get away from it, why, he taken a boat trip to Europe. Might even gone clean across the whole ocean, I don't know.
Money done all that to him, huh?
That's what it was. Poor man put up with it just as long as he could, but final got him. He died.
Oh, sake.
Yeah. Sure was a shame. You know, Cedric, he weren't but 93 when he passed on.
Just 93?
That's the honest truth. I'll tell you, Cedric, if he'd have stayed poor, I bet...
Hey, Abner, Cedric, bring that lantern here. Hurry up, I'll hit something.
You have?
Granny, it might be the treasury.
Huh?
A box of some kind.
A box?
Hurry up and get that light over
Yeah,
here.
shine the light down that way, Cedric.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it. I told you that is a box or a trunk or something. Open it up, Lum.
Well, wait till I scrape some more of this dirt away. Here, give me a hand.
Yeah. Told you I never thought we'd find anything. I hope there's millions and millions of dollars in there.
Now, don't get your hopes up too
Yeah,
high.
thousands anyway.
More than likely it'll be pieces of gold and silver and jewels and stuff like that.
Hooray.
Can't you turn that lantern up any higher, Cedric?
No, Mom, it's practical all out of cool oil.
Well, that's dug enough, ain't it, Lum? We ought to be able to open it and look at it now.
Yeah, maybe we better do that before the lantern
Yeah,
burns
come
clean out.
Come on. Soldiers, look at the size of that padlock. We never will get that thing open.
Here's a big one. Well, wait a minute. Let me hit it with the shovel once or twice. That all it is, a bunch of rust.
Yeah, bust it there. Hit it harder. You done it. You done this off. Now let's see what's in there. Come on, Lum.
Yeah, here, let me help.
Okay.
The whole thing's a pile of rust.
Yeah, there it comes. There it comes. Cedric, hold the lantern down here.
Oh, I am, but it's going out.
Well, I don't reckon it matters. I don't feel no gold in here no way, just some pieces of paper.
Paper, nothing. That looks like money to me.
Money?
Hold the lantern closer,
Yeah,
Cedric.
Cedric, hold it down.
Look at there. $100.
Oh, my.
There's $500 on this one.
Huh?
Well, the thing's full of.
Yeah, there's one that's got 1,000. Oh, Dad, blame it, there goes the lantern.
I don't care. I've seen enough to know we're rich. Abner, we're rich.
Millionaires! Millionaires!
Doggone it, if we don't have the worst luck.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Digging all day long in the spot indicated by the treasure map, Lum, Abner, and Cedric unearthed an old, rusty, moldy trunk. And by the fading light of a lantern, they found the trunk to be full of paper money of large denomination. Unable to see any more in the dark, they closed the trunk and dragged it as far as Abner's house, where they left it to be examined by the three of them the first thing in the morning. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. See what's going on down in Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find Abner and Cedric in the dining room of the Peabody home, eagerly counting money. Listen.
Well, wait a minute, Cedric. Don't pile the money over here so fast. I can't get it all counted.
Oh, excuse me. Just so excited. I don't know what I'm doing. Boy, look at all that money.
Yeah, well, let's see. There's $285,000 right there in that pile.
$285,000. Boy.
And we ain't done counting it yet, neither. I bound you there's at least another $20,000 in there. That'll give us, that's over $300,000, Cedric.
$300,000?
Yeah.
Boy, that's more than $100,000.
Why, sure.
That's a lot, ain't it, Mr.
Oh, Cedric, that's more money than me or you or anybody else in Pine Ridge has ever saw before in their whole life.
Is it your name?
Oh, we're rich, Cedric. Just get that through you head. We are rich.
Just, Mom, we are rich.
Yeah, oh, come on, let's finish counting this junk. I love to count. Oh, wait a minute. Must be Lum. Here, help me get the money back into the trunk here. We weren't supposed to open this till he got over here. Oh, my.
Hello, it's me, Abner.
Oh, too late.
Where are you, Abner?
Right here in the dining room, Lum. We better think up an excuse, Cedric. Tell him the trunk come open by itself and the money just spilled out.
Granny, I couldn't hardly wait to get over here to see what we got. Hey, what's going on here? What you fellas doing? You've done opened the trunk.
We have.
Why, sure. What's the idea? We wasn't going to open it till all three of us got here.
Yeah, I know, Lum, but see,
How about that excuse you told me, Mr. Abner? It wasn't about saying the trunk come open by itself, you know.
Cedric Hess.
Oh, so that's it.
Well, I'm sorry for Lum. It was my fault. I just couldn't stand to wait another minute longer. My curiosity just got roused up to where I had to look in there and see how rich we were.
Well, I guess no harm has been done.
Oh,
after this, though, when you make agreement, see that you stick to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. What else did you find in there except the money?
Nothing, just the money, though.
That's all we found, just old money.
You know how much money there is in there, Lum?
Oh, you mean you've counted it already?
Well, not all of it. I counted $285,000. And I know there's another good 20,000 in there.
Oh, Abner, you're joshing.
I am not discounted for yourself.
Well, I'll be dead blame. Boy, that's over $300,000.
Why,
Do you realize that?
Yeah, of course.
We're rich, Abner. We're multi-millionaires.
I know we are. Sure we are.
Sure is a good feeling, too, boy.
Yes, sir. The first thing Cedric, what are you doing?
Bob?
Put that money back. You can't stuff your pockets full of it that away.
Well, we're rich, ain't we?
Well, sure, we're
Well, I'm
rich.
going to be rich. I'd like to have some money to go along with it.
Well, you'll get plenty of money, but just put that back and wait till we divide it up even.
Oh, all right.
Hurry
Never
up.
thought a few $1,000s here or there would matter much to fellas like us, though.
Cedric,
Rich
we've
is
got
there.
to do this dividing fair and square.
Well, let's get to dividing then. I want to get out and start being rich.
Well, I reckon it's all right to go ahead with it, ain't it, Lum?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Let me get a handful of that stuff to see how it feels.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Where's some of them thousands?
Out right over there.
Carry a whole roll of them things around with me. Can't hardly wait to flash them down there at Mose Moose's barber shop. Oh, Mose's eyes will bug out like a trompe-tone toad frog.
I'm going to get me a roll of that stuff a show dog couldn't jump over.
Which stack did you put the thousands in?
Right over there, furry in there.
No, these are 500 here.
Oh.
Wait a minute. What in the world's the matter with you, Abner? Are you blind?
Blind?
These things ain't no good.
Huh?
It's Confederate money.
Confederate?
Why, sure, looky there. This money was printed up by the Confederate States during the Civil War. Says so right there in black and ink.
You mean it ain't no good? None of it?
This junk here ain't worth a nickel.
Well, ain't there no place you can go to spend it?
No, where's in the whole world?
Oh, my goodness.
Here, I thought, what's the matter with you, Abner? Couldn't you see that was Confederate money?
Well, I don't know, Lum.
Folks all up.
I'm just so busy counting it, I never did take time to look at it. I seen where it said 500 there in the corner, and that was enough for me.
And it's such a letdown. I never was so disappointed in my whole life. Rich one minute and poor the next.
Well,
Chickens one day and feathers the next.
I'm sorry for Lum. I did notice it looked sort of peculiar, but I just figured that's 'cause it was so old. Besides that, I never had saw a $500 or $1,000 bill before in my whole life.
No use sitting here crying about it.
Dad blame it all.
Well, I'm going to get on back to the store and earn a few pennies. Looks like that's the only kind of money I'll ever get in my life. Got to work for it.
Yeah, well, I'll be over there pretty quick, Lum. I ain't at my breakfast yet.
Well, wait a minute, fellas. We ain't divided up our $300,000 yet.
Oh, hush up, Cedric.
Yeah, that's all there was in there, Grandpap. Just Confederate money's all. After you went to all the trouble to dig it up, too. Oh, that's a shame. A pigeon-toed shame. Well, I guess that's what a feller gets for trying to get rich quick. Just goes to prove that you can't get to be a millionaire without working for it. The sooner a man learns to stop going around chasing rainbows, the better off he is. Maybe this is a good lesson for us. I don't know. Yeah, well, what about them antiques, huh? Antiques? Yeah, don't you recollect you told me to find out from Charlie Redfield the name of that fellow that paid Charlie them outlandish prices for some old antiques? Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I reckon you can just forget that now. Yeah, but here's what I done. It ain't no use to bother with that now, Grandad. Well, it's high time he's getting down here after eating his breakfast. Who? Abner. I left him over at his house a while ago so he could eat breakfast, and he's just now getting here. He must have tried to work in lunch, too. Granny, look at him.
Oh, howdy, Grandpa.
Howdy, Abner.
I reckon Lum told you about the money.
Yeah, he told me.
Dog, it's for about a half hour there. I was the richest man in this world. Yeah, leastways, I got the memory of it, I reckon.
Well, what I want to know is what you got for breakfast. You realize how long you been gone?
Well, I'm sorry for Lum, but Cedric kept hanging around there pestering me. Just kept talking about that money.
Hey, Abner, what about them antiques? He's going to call up today.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Dempster.
Mr. Dempster? Yeah, I don't know nobody with that name. What do you want to call me up for?
Well, this is all you fellers idea.
It weren't no such a thing. I never asked nobody to call me.
That's gratitude for you. You told me to get the name of the feller that Charlie Redfield sold them antiques to, so I done it. His name's Dempster.
Oh, I see.
So I told Charlie you fellers had some antiques to sell.
Yeah,
Charlie,
well, now, wait a minute, Grand.
So Charlie called this feller and told him, and so he's going to call you fellers long distance today. Jiminy, it's the last time I'll ever do a favorance for anybody around this place.
Well, now, just a minute, Grandpap. We ain't got no antiques to sell him. We just want to get his name in case we did run across something.
That's gratitude for you.
The way it turned out, we ain't got nothing to sell.
You ought to went ahead and told Charlie to tell this other feller to call us.
Of course you are.
That's gratitude for you.
How with you, Grandpap? You just half listen to something and you make up your own ideas on it and go ahead with it.
Well, don't jump on him, Abner. He thought he was doing us a favor. We're much obliged to you, Grandpap. That's gratitude for you.
Well, I'm just thank you. What more do you want him to do, doggy?
Here, go out of my way. Went clean over to Charlie Redfield's place.
What do you mean clean over? He lives right next door to... Wait a minute, that's our ring, Lum.
Yeah, I believe it was. I hope it's a big grocery order. We can use some business right now.
Use anything.
Hello, jot 'em down store. L. Edder's talking.
Clean over to Charlie.
How's that, Mamie?
Holler across the fence.
Oh, I see. Long distance. Must be that feller.
You ought to make Grandpap talk to him.
Oh, hello? Yes, this is Mr. Edders. Yeah, I know, Mr. Dempster, but it's all a mistake. No, we ain't got no antiques to sell.
Those blabby mouth spears started.
Yeah, we just thought we might run across some. No, honest, we ain't holding out on you. No, all we've got's an old trunk full of worthless Confederate money. Confederate money. Yeah, it's real. Far as that goes, it's real. Oh, about $300,000 worth, all.
The Civil War going on. Spend it.
Are you sure about that, Mr. Dempster? I agree. Just a minute. Hey, Abner, we're rich after all.
We are?
Mr. Dempster says that Confederate money is worth something to collectors and museums. Says it's worth about a cent on the dollar. So if we've got over $300,000...
Oh.
What's the matter? What'd you say, oh?
I tried not to do it, Lum.
Not to do what?
Well, Cedric just kept pestering me about it.
Abner, what are you talking about?
Lum, I'll let Cedric have all that Confederate money, every last dollar of it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, get out and find him. We've got to find Cedric. He's running loose with a small fortune on him.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down store. This is Lum and Abner.
received the good news that an antique dealer named Dempster will pay them a cent on the dollar for the Confederate bills in the old treasure chest they discovered. Lum estimated that they'd realize about $3,000 out of it. However, this dream was almost shattered by Abner's revelation that he had let Cedric take all the Confederate money and that he had disappeared. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Grandpappy Spears in the Jot 'em Down store. Abner is just entering. Listen.
Yeah, it's about time you was getting back, Abner. I can't stay here and watch the store for you all day long, you know.
Oh, this ain't hurting you none, Grandpap.
I've got things to do.
You ain't got a thing in the world to do, and you know it, except sit, and you can sit here as well as you can down at the barber shop. Besides, me and Lum's got to round up that Confederate money that Cedric spread all over town.
Oh, say, that reminds me. Charlie Redfield called up a while ago.
Charlie?
He says that antique dealer, Mr. Dempster's, over at his house.
I know he is. Charlie told us yesterday he's going to be there.
Charlie said Mr. Dempster ain't got much time, so if you fellas got some Confederate money to sell him, you better get it over there.
Grandpap, we know all that. That's why we're trying to hurry up and find all the money. Doggies, we ain't even been able to locate Cedric yet. He's more likely still got most of it. You know, there was over $300,000 of it to begin with.
Yeah, how much of it have you rounded up so far?
Oh, I don't know, just a few thousand.
Well, what'd you give it to Cedric for in the first place?
Well, I never thought it was no good. He's standing over there begging me for it, and I thought I just might as well give it to him as to burn the stuff up. Let me see here. I've got another $800 or $900 of it here. I don't know how much Lum will bring in. I wish we could find that dad-blame Cedric.
Don't nobody know where he's at? Not even his papa and mama? Have you called in?
Yeah, Lord, called him. I've kept their telephone busy. Nobody ain't saw him since last Thursday. See, he used that Confederate money to buy stuff off from the young'uns around town here. Or traded it to him, you might say. Then he just up and disappeared. Yeah. I'm just afraid he's headed out for New York or someplace like that.
Oh, well, he couldn't have got very far as long as that money ain't no good.
No, that's right. I hadn't thought about that. Well, good. Only feller's worth anything, too, is that Mr. Dempster. He'll pay us a cent on the dollar for it. As long as we got more than $300,000, why, that means we can get over $3,000, Lum says. And that ain't to be sneezed at, neither.
No, it ain't, but a penny on a dollar don't sound like very much to me.
Well, it ain't much, but when you got that many dollars, over $300,000 of them, that mounts up to money fast.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind to have $3,000 myself.
I know, that's a lot.
I'd retire myself. Give up my job delivering telegrams.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get it if we don't find Cedric. Ain't gonna get nothing. Did Charlie say how much longer Mr. Dempster would wait around over there?
No, but I don't reckon he'll wait much longer.
Well, look, Grandpap, I better get out and try to track down some more of that money then. I reckon maybe I better leave what I've done collected right here, though. Here, there's $372 I got from a little Bates boy.
Oh, duty?
Yeah, Cedric gave him that much for a jackknife, and then I had to promise Duty $5 worth of candy out of the store here to get the Confederate money back from him.
Oh, that Duty's a traitor.
Yeah, he is.
$5, huh?
Yeah, but it's worth it. See, we're going to sell it to Mr. Dempster, all that Confederate stuff, you know.
Yeah, but if you're just going to get a cent on the dollar from him, let's see, all you get on that is the $3.72 actual cash money.
Well, yeah, but...
Well, if you give $5 for it, you're losing money right there.
Doggy, that's right. What's wrong with that little rascal? He stood right there and argued me into that.
Oh, that Duty will cheat you.
Well, he's a horse trader.
He ain't over 7-year-old either.
No, but he can sure talk fast, I'll tell you. He made me think I was making money on that deal.
Have you made any other deals like that?
Well, yeah, sort of, I believe.
Uh-oh.
You have to give them kids something, Grandpa. Ain't just going to turn it over to you for nothing. We got the smartest batch of young'uns around this town I ever seen in my life.
Well, I don't know, but I think if I was you fellas, I'd give up.
Wait a minute. Yonder comes along. Maybe he's rounded up a lot more of the money. I hope he has.
I don't know. Looks to me like you ought to give it up. You're going to be bankrupt if you're not careful.
Hey, did you find any more of it, Lum? How much money did you get?
Well, not hardly any. But I got some good news. I've located Cedric.
You have? Well, good for you. Where's he at?
In jail.
They
throwed him in jail at the county seat last Thursday night on account of him trying to use some of that Confederate money there.
Oh, my goodness.
Tried to go to a picture show.
Oh, me. That would happen to...
Partners in time. Well, now, wait, don't look so worried. He's out now. Fact is, he's at home, and he'll be over here directly.
He will, huh?
And here's the best news. He's still got most of that money with him.
Well, hooray! Yeah. Good for Cedric. Hooray.
He's just lucky he got out, too. He'd more likely still be there if old Tom Salisbury hadn't saw him there.
Who?
Tom Salisbury. You know him. Cousin or brother-in-law, Cedric's mama.
Oh.
He's a lawyer there at the county seat.
Yeah,
or
sure.
attorney one, I don't know which.
Yeah, 10 days. Salisbury, they call it.
Well, he got things all straightened out for Cedric.
10 days in cost, that's all he knows to say.
Lucky thing, too. Cedric never would have had sense enough to get himself out of there. He still can't get it through his head that money ain't no good no more.
Yeah, well, just so he gets over here with it, that's all I care about. He'd better hurry up, though, 'cause that Mr. Dempster says he can't wait much longer.
Oh, Charlie called up here a while ago and said his friend had to be on his way. Couldn't wait. Might be gone now for all I know.
Oh, you're just exaggerating, Grandpap.
Well, here, I'll tell you what we better do. We don't want to take no chance on that fella getting away. Grandpap, why don't you take what money we've collected so far and take it over to Cedric, over to Charlie's place. That way he'll know we've actually got some, and then we'll get the rest of it over there as quick as Cedric gets it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. How about it, Grandpap?
Well, I don't know.
Now, you said you wanted to get out of the store here. Said you didn't want to stick around here no longer.
Yeah, all right, I'll take it over there. How much have you got?
Well, it's right there on the counter. Just let Mr. Dempster count it. That'll give him something to do till we can get over there with the rest of it.
Yeah, all right. Hope I don't get hit on the head and get robbed on the way over there.
Well, you won't get robbed. There ain't but a few thousand there. Just hurry up.
Yeah, I will. I'll hurry.
Always. I just hope he don't forget where he's going before he gets over there.
Well, in this case, it won't matter, because whenever he forgets where he's going, he always winds up at Charlie.
Yeah. How much of that money did Cedric get back with Lum, did he say?
No, not exactly, but near as I can figure out, we've got hold of might nigh all of it now.
Well, that means we'll get at least $3,000 from Mr. Dempster then, don't it?
Yeah, and let's see now, when we divide that up 3 ways...
Well, now, wait a minute. 3 ways? Are we going to give Cedric a full 1/3 of that? After all the trouble he's caused us?
Sure, we got to do that. It's the only fair thing. It was 3 of us that went out there and dug up that old trunk with the money in it.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It just sort of seems to me...
Now, don't start getting greedy, Abner. We'll each get our rightful share. Each of you gets $1,000, less 10%.
Well, I reckon that'll be for less 10%.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know what less 10% means, don't you? 10% means 10%. Less means, well, it means less.
Yeah, that means take away, too, don't it?
Yeah, sort of, but 10% out of $1,000 ain't much. I told you once not to be so greedy.
Yeah, but who does that 10% go to, Lum? That's what I want to know.
It goes for handling charges.
Handling charges?
Yeah.
Well, just who gets them handling charges?
All it is just 10%.
I know that, but who does it go to?
Why, me.
You?
Well, now, don't get extra.
Now, what do you get that extra money
just
for,
wait
Lum?
now.
I want to know.
Wait a minute, and I'll explain it to
make
you.
it
I
good.
said that was for handling charges. See, I was the one that was handling the shovel when we dug up the trunk.
Now, just a second here, Lum. Me and Cedric done a lot of that digging, too. Fact is, we done the most of it.
Well, when we come to the trunk, you wasn't. You and Cedric could give the whole thing up. You were just sitting over there on a log making smart remarks while I done the digging, the handling of the shovel.
Now, just a minute, Lum Eddard. The first place, I don't think that's legal, and in the second place, as far as handling that shovel, Oh, hello, Cedric. Doggers, I'm glad you got here. Me and you's got a little argument to settle with Lum here.
Abner, just forget that.
I don't want to forget
Take that up some other time. What we got to do now is get the rest of the money over to Mr. Dempster. Did you bring it along with you, Cedric?
Yes, Mom. I got my pocket stuffed plumb full of it. The rest of it's out in the back seat of my car. I better warn you about one thing, though.
What's that, Cedric?
That money's no good at the county seat.
Yeah, we know that.
They throw you in jail there for using it. I don't know what's the matter with them people.
Cedric, how many times do we have to tell you that money ain't no good nowhere?
Well, I don't know. You ought to see all the junk I bought with it here in Pine Ridge, though.
Yeah, and you ought to saw all the trouble we had to go to get that money back. Cost us a half a fortune.
Well, here, we ain't got time to stand around and argue about this. Come on, Cedric, I'll ride you over to Charlie's with you, and Abner, you watch the store.
Well, now, wait a minute, Lum. I'd sort of like to go over there myself.
No, it's best if I go so as I can see that the deal's handled all right.
Handled?
Yeah, now, I don't want nothing to go wrong with this
Just
now.
a minute now. Is that going to cost me and Cedric another 10%?
No, of course not. Just leave everything to me and stop worrying so much. And don't be greedy. Are you ready, Cedric?
Yes, Mom, but I think that's your ring.
Well, Abner can answer it.
I want to wait and see if it's for me. Might be Gomer. He wants to hear all about me being in jail. Boy, have I got a lot to
Hello,
tell
jot
him.
'em down, Store Abner Peabody doing the talking. Who? Oh, yes, Mr. Dempster.
Mr. Dempster?
Did Grandpappy Spears get there with the Confederates' money we gave him? Well, good. We're sending the rest of it over right away. How's that? Well, wait a minute now. Come over it again. You're just joshing, ain't you? Huh? Well, here, just a minute now. Here, Lum, take this receiver. I ain't sure I'm hearing him right.
What's he saying?
Well, just listen to
Hello,
him.
Mr. Dempster. This is Mr. Eddard. What was you telling my partner? Huh? Oh, my goodness, are you sure about that? Oh, my goodness, we're right. We're right.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
After spending a good deal of time and money, the old fellows finally rounded up the Confederate bills which Cedric had so magnanimously spread around town. While they were getting the bills together to sell to Mr. Dempster, the antique dealer, they received a startling phone call from him. He had examined some of the bills and apparently had some astounding information to impart. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner out in front of the Jot 'em Down store doing a little repair work on the front steps. Listen.
Howdy, Miss Barton.
Hello, Mr. Abner. I ain't Miss Barton. Did you
Oh.
think of her?
Howdy, Cedric.
What you doing there?
Oh, just sort of nailed down this loose board here fixing these front steps.
It's the biggest nails I ever seen.
Well, I want them to stay. Doggers, when I nail them down there nailed, I'll tell you that. Team of mules couldn't pull that board loose. Miss Blevins tripped on the thing yesterday and fell down. Never hurt herself. She might have, though.
Never hurt the steps neither, did you?
Oh, well, that board flew up and hit her in the head there, sort of splintered the end of it a little. Then Sister Simpson, why, she'd a lawsuit us, sure as world over it.
Mr. Abner, can I have that Confederate money?
Yes, sir, if that had been Sister Simpson, she wouldn't have wasted what'd you say, Cedric?
Can I have that Confederate money?
Ah.
Leastways my share of it.
Why, Cedric, ain't you got it through your head yet? That stuff ain't no good, Cedric. You was here when we got that phone call from Mr. Dempster yesterday.
Yes, Mom, but
He said it weren't worth nothing because it was all counterfeit.
Yes, Mom, but I never understood.
It weren't bad enough it was Confederates' money. It turned out to be counterfeit Confederates to boot. Then, leave it
Yes,
all.
Mom, I know that, but I'd still like to have it. This seems like a good feeling to have your pocket stuffed full of money, even if it is counterfeiting. I'd love to pull out them $100 bills.
Yeah, well, I'm feared you're too late. Lum throwed that junk in the stove and burned it up. Oh, he's so mad and disappointed he never wanted to see none of it again as long as he lived, he said.
Sake. Well, how about that part of the Confederate money you'd already sent over to Mr. Dempster?
Well, I reckon that's still over at Charter Redfield's place. You can have that if you want it, Cedric. But don't you go trying to spend it now, or they'll throw you in jail again. This time for good, they'll throw the key away on you.
No, Mom, I won't spend it. I'll just use it for swapping. Well, much obliged, Mr. Abner.
Ha-ha. Hey there, Abner. Howdy, Grandpap.
What you doing? Trying to tear down the place?
Yeah, run a splinter there halfway through my hand. No, I'm just fixing this step. What's new, Grandpap?
Yeah, too bad that money of yours turned out to be counterfeit.
Don't even mention that. Special not to Lum. There's the disappointedest one human you ever seen.
Disappointed, huh?
Oh, yeah. You know how he's always had his heart set on being a millionaire. I believe he'd rather be that than anything, a rich millionaire.
Well, I suppose it's all right for them that likes it. By the way, is Lum inside the store? I want to see him.
No, he went out a while ago. I don't know where he's going. He never said. Ought to be back pretty quick, though, I think. What do you want to see him about?
Oh, nothing much. A letter come into the post office addressed to the Chamber of Commerce. Now,
Chambers of Commerce?
Yeah, have we got one of them things here in Pine Ridge?
I don't believe we have. In fact, Lum did try to start something like that here a while back.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I figured Lum might be the one this letter's for.
Who's it from? What does it say, Grandpa?
Well, I don't know. It's from California, I know that, but I don't know what it says. They got it sealed up pretty good.
They have, huh?
Yeah.
Here, let me see it.
Yeah, take it.
Thing is sealed up pretty good there, ain't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Always wonder what's in that letter.
Yeah. Did you say Lum's gone?
Yeah, he's gone.
You know, Abner, he might be gone for a long time. No telling when he'll get back.
Well, now, you might have a pretty good point there, Grandpap. Oh, sure, Lum might be gone for a couple of days for all I know. He never said.
Couple of weeks.
Oh, a couple of months.
Couple of years.
Yeah.
Couple of centuries. No telling how important this letter might be.
Open it up.
Might be too late if we waited for long.
Open it up. You convinced me a long time ago. Open it up there.
Yeah, I believe you got the right idea there, Abner. Glad you thought it up.
What did it say?
Well, I'll get it unfolded
Well,
here.
hurry up. Who do we know in California? Or who does the Chambers of Commerce know?
Pine Ridge Chamber of Commerce. I'm reading it now.
Oh.
Pine Ridge Chamber of Commerce, Pine Ridge, Arkansas. Dear sir, I have
just a minute, Grandpap. I hear our phone ringing in the store there, I believe. I'll be back.
Lately become interested in botany, and am making a collection of plants native to each of our states. I am now in search of a Arkansas plant. I understand there are some interesting indigenous specimens in your part of the state. I expect to be in Pine Ridge next Monday and would appreciate it if you would help me in locating a suitable plant. Yours very truly, K. Kaiser, Hollywood, California. Kaiser. Don't that name sound kind of familiar to you, Abner? Abner, where are you? Hey, Abner, where'd you go?
Yes, Miss Pomeroy.
Oh, there you are.
Yes, Mom, we've got sugar.
Yeah, thought you stand out there listening to me.
Hush up, Grandpap. I can't hear nothing. All right, Miss Pomeroy. Anything else now? Yes, Mom, this afternoon. Much obliged to you. Goodbye.
I never seen you go in the store. I thought you was out there with me all the time.
I told you I heard the phone ringing in here and had to come answer it. What'd the letter say?
The letter?
That one from California. Where is it? Let me read it.
Oh, yeah, the letter. Sure was interesting.
Well, what did it say? Where is it, Grandpa?
And let's see, what did I do with the pigeon-toed thing? I had it just a minute ago.
Well, you must have.
I had it in my hand. I read the whole thing.
You never throwed it away when you got done with it, did you?
No, I never throw nothing away. Special, not no letters. Now, where could I put that spabbing-legged thing? I had it right here.
You better find it now. That don't belong to you, Grandpa.
I know I had it in my hand when I was reading it.
Of course.
Yeah, I had to, didn't I? Then I looked around and seen you was gone. Then I come in here, so I know it can't be very far away from here.
Look in your pockets.
Yeah, let's see. That's what I'm doing.
No, but I don't see how you could lose a bigger thing as a letter.
It ain't lost. It's here somewhere. Oh, look here. Did you ever see this, Abner? It's a picture of my niece.
Niece?
Niece.
Oh.
My niece.
Oh.
One that lives in Louisiana.
Well, we ain't interested in that now.
Oh, that's right. You know, she'd be a nice-looking girl if it wasn't for her face.
Put that thing away, Grandpap. Get to hunting that letter. We better find that before Lum gets back here.
Yeah, here we are.
Well,
Yeah.
good. That's a relief.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Sood Patterson and son Wilbur returned to Cherry Hill Friday night.
Wait a minute. What are you reading there?
This article I cut out of the county paper. Ain't that what we're looking for?
It's that letter from California we're looking for. Can't you recollect that?
Oh, yeah, sure. What's the matter with me? The letter.
No,
The letter, sure. Where's that bow-legged thing I went to?
Are you sure you've looked through every one of your pockets, Grandpap?
Yeah. I believe it must be lost, Abner.
Oh, me.
I found this article here. Cut it out of the county paper. Mr. and Mrs. Sood Patterson.
I don't care about Mr. and Mrs. Sood Patterson. I will.
Returned to Cherry Hill Friday night after visiting relates in Hatfield.
Grandpap, look, just
Wilbur is 7-year-old.
That's fine.
You know, they have some awful interesting articles in that paper.
Oh, yes. Look, Grandpap, if we don't find that letter... wait a minute, too late. There comes Lum right now.
Yeah, I'd like to meet Mr. and Mrs. Patterson sometime. I've been reading so much about them. Sound like nice people. Wilbur's 7-year-old now.
Hey,
Lum,
Lum,
believe it.
we got a letter from California, but Grandpap lost it.
Well, who was it from?
I don't know. Grandpap was the only one that read it.
Well, what did it say, Grandpap?
You can at least tell us that, can't you?
Sure, I can do that. I read it.
All right.
Yeah, it was from a feller named Mr. Kaiser.
Kaiser. Heard about that name over in Germany a few years back. I ain't heard much about him lately, though. Oh.
This one's from California, though.
California, yeah, that's right.
Well, there's Henry Kaiser, but I don't reckon it'd be him. There's old faithful Kaiser. What'd the letter say?
That's a water spouting thing, Grandpap, up there in the park.
I'm trying to recollect what it said. It said he was interested
might
in boat or boats. Might have been. I don't know. Granny, that could be Henry Kaiser. That's what he does, build boats. What was he writing us for? Well, he said he wanted to get an Arkansas plant. He did. Yeah, and he said he's going to be in Pine Ridge next Monday and wants you to help him locate a suitable plant, I believe he called it. Well, I'll be dead blamed. Did you hear that, Abner?
Yeah, I heard it. What does it mean?
Well, don't you see? Henry J. Kaiser, one of the biggest builders in this country, is aiming on putting up a big manufacturing plant of some kind here in Pine Ridge.
He is?
And he wants me to help him find a place to locate it. All right, Granny's Mr. Kaiser, you can count on me. You've got yourself a partner now.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I know his Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Yesterday, a letter arrived from K. Kaiser, addressed to the Pine Ridge Chamber of Commerce, asking for some assistance in selecting and locating some rare plants for his garden. Grandpappy Spears read the letter, lost it, and became so confused in telling about it that Lum thought it was from Henry J. Kaiser, and that he was planning to build an industrial plant in or near Pine Ridge. So Lum immediately decided to help locate a site, and started making arrangements in preparation for Mr. Kaiser's arrival in town next Monday. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in the Jot 'em Down store. Lum is talking on the telephone. Listen.
Yeah, that's what I want, Squire. Just sort of a location I was looking for. Well, I'd rather not tell you right now what it's for, Squire.
Yeah, don't let him in on this, Lum.
Well, you'll know quick enough in a day or so. Yeah, I reckon that'll be enough. Just a minute. Abner, do you reckon 10 acres will be enough?
10 acres?
Well, you know, them big plants like Mr. Kaiser builds give us a lot of ground. We don't want to run short.
Yeah, well, I don't know nothing about it. Use your own judgment.
Might be a good idea to throw in a couple of extra acres just to be on the safe side. Hello, Squire. Better make that a even dozen. That is, if the land's for sale.
It's going to be a big building, I'll tell him.
Yeah, you do that, Squire. You draw up the papers and get them over here as quick as you can.
Put everybody in fire.
All right, Squire. You bet. Goodbye. Sound businesslike?
Lum, where are you going to get the money to buy 12 acres of land anywhere?
Well, all I'm doing is putting up enough money to take an option on it. Hank's the one that's putting the bills on this job.
Who is?
Hank.
I thought Mr. Kaiser's was behind this.
That's who I'm talking about. Hank Kaiser. Henry J.
Oh, well, I was going to say...
See, with me and him, it ain't Mr. Kaiser and Mr. Edwards. It's Hank and Lum.
Yes, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
When a couple of big industrialists like me and him gets together, we drop all them formalities.
Huh?
All we're interested in is building big plants, turning out new assembly lines, making fabric houses, and I don't know what all.
Oh.
I guess I better sit down and write a letter to Hank and let him know what I've did so far.
Yeah, he might appreciate that.
He's more than likely anxious to hear from his old sidekick, Lum, anyway.
Old sidekick?
Yeah. Reckon this paper will be all right here.
Well, that's writing paper, right out of the tablet.
Wished I had some a little fancier with my name printed up the top of it.
Yeah, well, just a minute, old Lum. How can you be an old sidekick of Mr. Kaiser's when he don't even know you?
Don't know me?
Why, of course not. More likely never even heard of you.
Well, now, just a minute. If he never heard of me, how come him to write that letter to me telling me to start building that big plant for him?
That letter weren't wrote to you. It was wrote to the Pine Ridge Chambers of Commerce. Grandpappy Spears brung it over here because he never knowed what to do with it. We ain't got no Chambers of Commerce.
Well, that's just a formalities he had to go through to reach me.
What? Come over that again now. Jump the track there somewhere.
Well, what I mean, Abner, he might not know me personal, but he knowed there was a big business executive type like me summers here in Pine Ridge. A typhoon, you might say.
Typhoon?
Yeah, and he knowed if he wrote to the Chambers of Commerce, why, natural, they'd know who to give the letter to.
Say what, huh?
They'd say, why, Lum Edwards' the man to handle this. He's the biggest typhoon in our town, no doubts about it.
Who's saying all this now?
Chambers of Commerce.
But we ain't got one.
That's right, ain't it?
How can something we ain't got talk to you?
Well, if we had one, that's what they'd say.
Oh.
Anyway, that's how Mr. Kaiser went about getting in touch with me. Now, don't bother me. I got to write this letter. I don't want to be interrupted.
All right.
Call up Grandpap and ask him if he ever found that letter that Mr. Kaiser sent me.
I seen him down the street just a while ago, and he still couldn't recollect what he done with it.
I never will forgive him for losing that. I wanted to keep it as a souvenir.
Well, he told you what it said in the letter, or as near as he could recollect, Lum.
Yeah, I know, but
he said that he was going to be in Pine Ridge next Monday, and he wanted somebody to help him locate a plant or a place to build one, I reckon he meant.
Yeah, I know all that, but I just love to see the letter myself. See what words he used and all that.
Words?
There's more than likely something in there that Grandpap missed. Some of the little details that'd help me get things started.
Oh.
Might have give some hint just what kind of a plant him and me are aiming on putting up.
Yeah, well, I've been wondering about that myself. Just what line of work is he in?
Well, he's in every line.
Huh?
That's the way with us big industrialists. Build everything. Boats and...
Boats? Rowboats?
Oh, no. Great big boats.
Oh.
Ships. Steamships. Freighter ships.
Oh.
All kinds of big ocean boats.
Well, Lord me, I don't think there'd be much of a market for nothing like that around Pine Ridge, Lum. One of them things would fill up the mill pond.
Well, Abner...
Folks would have to take turns using the mill pond. And I don't know where they'd keep their ships while they was waiting their turn. I believe it'd be better to build something else, Lum. Something like, bicycles.
Bicycles?
Well, even buggies would sell better in Pine Ridge than ships would, I know.
Well, you don't get the idea, Abner. We ain't going to build them to sell around here.
You ain't aiming on peddling them house to house, are you?
We're going to sell them to ocean companies. Or, I don't know, Abner. I'll let Henry handle that end of the business.
Oh.
He's been in it longer than I have.
Yeah, if he's been in it, he has, yeah.
Now, don't interrupt me. I got to write this letter I told you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry I bothered you.
Yeah, let's see here now. I wonder That'd be a good way to start this out.
Lum.
I told you not to bother me, Abner.
Oh, excuse me.
Dear Mr. Kaiser.
Huh?
No, that's two formalities. Dear Henry. Dear H.J. Dear Hank. Hank, I guess.
I've heard folks
no,
use sir.
Maybe Mr. Kaiser for this first letter. Leastways, start out that way and work up to Hank in about the third paragraph.
Lum.
Abner, I told you not to interrupt.
I know you did, but there's just one question I've got to ask you. More than likely, it ain't important, but it's just got my curiosity roused up.
All right. What is it?
Well, after you and Hank get these big ships built,
Yeah?
how are you going to get them clean over to the ocean?
Well, we're just going to... We take the... How
are you going to get them from here to the ocean in big ships?
I'm glad you brung that up. That's a good question you asked.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I believe we can find a place in our organization for a feller with your farsightedness.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir. Let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah, dear Mr. Kaiser.
Well, wait a minute. You ain't answered me yet, Lum.
I told you not to bother me now, Abner.
I know, but how do you get them ships to the ocean?
Well, to be honest, Abner, I ain't for sure myself. But I'm glad you brung it up, because that's one of the things I'm going to put in this letter.
Yeah, there, I want to know.
No, Henry will know how to do that. He knows all that stuff. I know they always launch 'em. I know that.
Launch 'em?
Yeah, I mean shoving 'em from where they was built at out into the ocean.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's going to take a heap of shoving, ain't it? It's a long ways to the Pacific Ocean. Or to the Atlantic either, for that matter. Have to cross a batch of mountains either way you go. I can tell you right now, Lum, I'm dropping out of your outfit. I don't want to get mixed up in none of that shoving business.
Well, you don't shove 'em by hand, silly. I don't think.
Well, how do you do it, then?
Abner, I told you that Henry handles that side of the business.
And let him shove 'em, then.
All I know is that when they launch a ship, they make quite a big to-do over it.
Well, I ain't surprised it takes that much shoving.
They hit it with a bottle of soda pop or something.
Hit it with a bottle of soda pop?
Yeah, I've seen 'em do it in newsreels.
Well, Lord me, will that do it? They must have to bust that ship an awful whop to send it clean out into the ocean.
Well, no, Abner.
If we're going to launch 'em that way from here, Lum, here in Arkansas, we better get Caleb Weehunt and take a whole bottle of soda pop or a whole case of it. He's got the most muscles of anybody around here that I know of.
Wait a minute, Abner. You're all mixed up.
Well, somebody is. I don't think it's me, though.
That hitting it with a bottle ain't what slides it into the water. That's just part of the ceremony. What they use for sliding it out there is bananas.
A banana?
Yeah, I read that somewhere.
Oh, Lum, you're Josh.
No, I ain't.
A banana?
Yes, sir, bananas.
Just one little banana?
Oh, no, they use a whole bunch of them.
Well, I was going to say they must use a whole stalk, stand up there and swing the whole thing at
Oh, well, now, wait a minute, Abner.
Seems to me like they could find something better than that, though, a baseball bat, for instance.
Well, Abner, you got this wrong. They don't hit the ship with the bananas.
Throw it at it, huh?
No, they put them down onto the ship so it'll slide over them. Slide easy that way.
Oh.
You've slipped on a banana peel, ain't you?
Well, yeah, but I never slipped from Pine Ridge clean to the Pacific Ocean on account of it. Fact is, I don't believe I ever slid over 2 foot, if I slid that far.
Well, Abner, I ain't going to discuss it no more. I've got to get this letter wrote. I'm going to tell Henry about the big groundbreaking ceremony I'm planning.
Groundbreaking ceremony?
Yeah. That reminds me, I'm expecting an importance call from the county seat, so when they call, let me handle it.
Yeah, well, what's this breaking up the ground thing you're aiming on doing?
Oh, you always have them whenever you put up a big $1 million building of some kind.
$1 million?
Oh, at least that. Might be $5 million building for all I know.
Oh, me.
We're in big business now that we're hooked up with Mr. Kaiser.
Yeah.
Let's see, how far did I get with this letter?
Well, Lum.
Granny, you know I don't even know what his address is. As long as Grandpap lost his letter, Dad blame it all.
Well, it come from California, Grandpap said.
Yeah, maybe that's enough address for a feller like him. They all know him out there. Just put down California, I reckon.
Yeah. Wait a minute, that's our ring. Maybe that's that call. You want me to get it?
No, I'll do it. If Squire comes in with them option papers for the land, tell him I'll be done talking in just a minute.
Yeah, all right.
Hello, jot 'em down, store. L. Eddard's talking.
Maybe they're going to have kids from here to California calling them bananas.
Talk a little louder. Shake up your phone.
Cedric, he always eats the peeling.
Oh, yeah.
He don't know the cob's just as good.
You're the feller at the county seat.
I believe I'll go over to Luke Spears and get a piece of that banana pie he's got over there.
Yeah, that's right. I want to rent one for several months, and I want it here Monday morning.
Rent what, Lum?
Well, I want to rent that,
Huh?
Leave me alone.
Oh, excuse me.
I want the biggest one you've got, natural.
Biggest what?
Look, I don't care how much it costs. Expenses is no objection to me. Just charge it to Henry J. Kaiser.
Oops, Pie ain't got a seed in it, that banana pie.
That's what I said. And see that you have it here by Monday morning. Goodbye. I guess I told him.
Yeah, Lum, what is this they're bringing down here from the county seat?
Steam shovel.
Steam shovel?
Yes, sir. I grant this is going to be the biggest one groundbreaking ceremony that Mr. Kaiser or anybody else has ever saw in his whole life. We're going to break it right square in two.
Well, now just what kind of a ceremony can Lum put on with the steam shovel when he finds out that it's not Henry J. Kaiser, but K. Kaiser who is coming to Pine Ridge? Be sure to join us again in our next regular visit down in Pine Ridge.